You don't need better thumbnails. You don't need better hooks. You need people to fall in love with your videos, because right now, most creators are like bad first dates. They talk too much, they spend all their time showing off, and then they wonder why nobody calls them back. It's not the algorithm, it's not luck, it's that nobody taught you how attention actually works. So about a year ago, I walked away from my main YouTube channel. It has over 300,000 subscribers, 21 million views, a few hundred videos, and it was one of the top music marketing and business channels on the platform. I found myself about 6 months away from turning 40. My wife and I had just found out that we were expecting our second child, but I was done with anything related to the music industry. I was completely burnt out and just lost the passion for it. But after a few months of taking off of shooting YouTube videos, I felt like something was wrong. Not the retirement, that was right, and I wasn't going to jump back into that channel. But I hated the silence. I hated not creating. Then I had a thought. What if I started over from zero? No announcement, no crossover from my other channel or my socials or an email list or anything. And to prove what I learned over those years, the failures, the wins, and teach people that it was repeatable. 6 months after my last video as a successful creator, I launched this channel, the one you're watching right now. Now, with only 20 videos on this channel, I currently have 200,000 views, over 8,000 subscribers. Some of you guys, thank you. But it was built in silence. And I share that with you because all of these results, all the growth comes down to one pattern that I discovered while obsessing over why some videos explode while others die, even with the same audience. I call it the binge method, and I'm about to show you exactly how it works. So here's the first thing. Your viewer's brain has a timer that you don't know about. Every 60 to 90 seconds, your viewer's brain asks one simple question. Should I keep watching? Not because of some biological limit or bro science, because they have options, and you know that. We have infinite other videos that are one click, one swipe away. Their phone is buzzing, their brain is constantly evaluating, is this still worth my attention? So I want you to look at your analytics. You see those weird drops like every 30 seconds to a minute? It's not random. Those are decision points. Most creators fight this by talking faster, editing harder, adding more value, but that's the wrong approach. You don't fight short attention spans. You can only reset them. See, every 60 to 90 seconds, you need to give your viewers a reason to recommit, a new angle, a new energy, maybe a new curiosity gap. It's like resetting their mental timer before it runs out. Now, once you see what I'm about to show you, you're never going to edit the same way again. Okay, so successful channels are not any smarter than you. They just understand patterns. Watch any viral video right now with the sound off. Every 30 to 45 seconds, something is going to change. The location, the energy, the stakes. Now watch a completely different channel that is successful in a different niche even. Same exact pattern. I'm talking about educational content, vlogs, reactions, storytelling. Doesn't matter. The ones that blow up, they all follow the same rhythm, and I call that my binge method. 5 parts that work together to keep people watching. So let me break this down real quick. B stands for banger hook, a great opener. You gotta stop them cold. I stands for intrigue, make them need answers. The N stands for nudge forward, never letting them rest. G is for generating connection or engagement. You gotta make them feel seen, make them feel a part of something. And E is ending in momentum. Leave them hungry. This works for a tutorial, a story time vlog, a reaction video, or just somebody talking to a camera. It's not about what you make, it's about how you structure the experience. Now, it's important to understand that you're actually running 2 patterns at the same time. And if you miss either one of those, it's going to kill your channel. And that's where this gets kind of weird. Your video needs 2 structures happening simultaneously. Think about it like a song. There's the overall structure, right? Like the intro, the verse, the chorus, the bridge, the outro. And inside of each verse, there's a smaller pattern, the setup, build up, and payoff. Your video works the same way. Now, the binge method is the overall structure, but every 60 to 90 seconds, you need a mini version happening inside each of these segments. Each segment needs the following: a mini hook. Wake them up again within the video, then to a clear point, give them value, and then from there, a nudge forward. Make them need the next section. But wait, there's more. Isn't just an infomercial joke. It's human psychology. When you fully answer questions within your video without opening up a new one, you're giving your viewer permission to leave immediately. Now, what I need you guys to understand is a real hook creates what's called cognitive dissonance. It's when the brain becomes kind of uncomfortable until it gets answers. It's a curiosity spike. And we only get 3 seconds, not to impress the viewer, but to kind of confuse the viewer. Now, imagine if a video opened up with, I deleted my best video. Yeah, 4 million views gone. And my channel immediately grew faster. The brain doesn't make sense of that, guys. Wait, that makes no sense. How does deleting a video help growth? And by the time they're thinking that, they're hooked. Not because you grabbed them with something crazy, but because their brain did what a brain does, and it created a curiosity spike which grabbed itself. But look, hooking them means nothing if you do what 99% of creators do next. So here's the biggest mistake. It happens right after the hook, and I see it all the time. Most creators hook someone and then immediately give them the answer. Why your videos die after 48 hours? It's the algorithm. From one of my recent videos. Cool, question answered. Video over, they're gone. Now, before someone screams manipulation, because I know it's about to happen, it's happened before, let's get real for a second. Is it manipulation when a movie doesn't reveal the killer in the first scene? When a comedian might build up to a punchline? When a teacher explains concepts step by step instead of word vomiting everything at once? No, it's called understanding how to communicate with humans and how humans actually learn and process information. Instead of instant answers, create investment. Your videos die after 48 hours, but it's not the algorithm's fault. It's actually something that you're doing in the first 30 seconds, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Now, I wanted to share this example to show you exactly how each line deepens their investment. They're not just curious anymore. They're committed to finding out, and you're not withholding value. You're delivering it in a way that actually sticks, and that's what people need. Now, this works great until you hit the 90-second wall. All right, now this is important, so come here. Your video needs to breathe or it will die. What do I mean by that? I used to edit all my videos like I was performing surgery or something. Every cut had to be perfect. Every frame needed to be justified. I was overthinking everything, and you know where it got me? Nowhere. Boring videos that typically did not perform. Here's the truth. You need to edit your videos with a spoon and not a scalpel. I spent 8 years being way too precious about my videos, and you know where it got me? Not very far down the road. My breakthrough was just not having the time. I became ruthless. If it didn't move the story forward, cut it. If it didn't create emotion or curiosity, cut it. Every 60 to 90 seconds, shift the energy. Teaching, personal story, problem, solution, fast and then slow, serious and then maybe a light moment. Same topic, different frequency, different delivery, different experience. Now this is where we have to get real with ourselves. That 30-second explanation that you love, nobody cares. That perfect take that took you 15 tries, it probably still feels stiff. You got to edit for viewers' experience, not your ego. But none of this matters if you miss the invisible moment that actually creates fans. Okay, let me ask you something. You know that feeling when you're about to hit publish and then suddenly everything that you made feels like total garbage? When you see somebody half your age crushing it and you wonder, what the hell am I doing wrong? When you refresh the analytics for the 10th time even though nothing has changed? I spent years doing that. I dealt with every single one of those thoughts while I was building my 300,000 subscriber channel. Every single one. That obsession taught me something crucial. It's not that the people aren't interested in your content. It's that their brains are wired for instant rewards. Every 60 seconds, your viewer's brain wants a micro reward. A laugh, an insight, a moment of, holy shit, that's me. Something. When I walked away from my big channel, it wasn't because I didn't feel worthy or I didn't think I was good enough. Everything was working very well. It was because a lot was changing in my life, and who I was going to be at 40 wasn't who I was at 35. It wasn't who I was at 30. And I wanted something new. But those feelings were real the entire journey. Here's what matters. You can be 100% authentic and still understand pacing. You can be completely yourself and still know when to pause for impact. Connection isn't about screaming, smash that subscribe button. It's about having a viewer connect with you, to feel like they're not the only one struggling with whatever they're going through, because you're there as the leader to pick them up. Now, one thing I get asked all the time is like cardinal sins, what you should not do. And here's one of the worst things that you can do within your video if you want to keep the session time, if you want to keep them rocking with you. And that is giving your video a clean ending. Now I say that because most creators spend way too much time wrapping up the end of their video. You guys have seen it a time or two, right? Thanks for watching. Now before I wrap up or in closing or to recap the video, I just got to say blah, blah, blah. Let's face it. By that point, they're already gone, dog. They got what they came for. You gave them permission to leave, and they left. That's it. Video over. They're not coming back. Netflix doesn't end episodes, right? They overlap them. The last 10 to 15% of an episode starts with a new story, and it might be a little bit less than that, but you guys know what I'm saying. Here's the thing. Your video should do the same thing. Instead of wrapping everything up neat and tidy, you should create a new curiosity gap and then send them straight to the next video. Let me show you exactly how that works. So since I teach YouTube growth on this channel, specifically for entrepreneurs or people that are growing a personal brand or a business using YouTube, I could end a video such as, now I've seen fitness channels with terrible form get millions of views. Meanwhile, certified trainers with 20 plus years experience can't break 1,000 views. Or cooking channels that burn the food, but they nail the pacing. Massive. Well, Michelin-trained chefs are posting incredible recipes on YouTube and they're getting no views, crickets. The structure beats the expertise every time. And the invisible part of that structure, that's the edit. That's what nobody teaches, which is exactly why I break it down in this video right here. You get what I'm saying, guys. You bring them into a pattern interruption. You spike the curiosity and then you take them there. Imagine if I was speaking on a main stage somewhere at a big convention, 5,000 people, and the organizer said, Adam, you only get paid, depending on how many people follow you, to the next stage after you present to the main room. Imagine how my presentation would change trying to get everybody engaged to follow me to the next stage. That's what we have to do with YouTube. Now, before I jump into that, if you guys are serious about taking your YouTube channel to the next level, I actually put together the Ultimate YouTube Growth Guide, which is a free PDF. I'll have a link in the description box below. Been getting a lot of great feedback from you guys in emails, so thank you so much for responding to those. But if you haven't yet, click, download, enjoy, and let's grow. All right, now I'm not trying to get too meta with this or anything, but this video, my other videos on my channel, they are all structured this way with the binge method. Go check them out. See what I'm talking about. But there's a new question that you need answered, and I just told you exactly where to get it. Now, this is how you create binge sessions instead of one-off views. The more videos that a viewer watches on your channel in a row, the better the signal back to YouTube that you have a high-valued channel that needs to be shown to more people. Do you understand the importance here? All right, let me show you exactly how this performs when used correctly. One of my best performing videos on this channel, Why Your YouTube Videos Die After 48 Hours, uses everything I just taught you. 54% retention rate. Most videos lose half their viewers in the first 1 minute. This one held more than half of the viewers for the entire video. 90,000 views so far, 4,000 new subscribers so far. One video. And that's not by accident, it's the binge method in action. The point is, it doesn't matter if you have 0 subscribers or 1 million today, it's about understanding how attention resets every 60 seconds, and if you give your viewers a micro reward at those reset points, they literally can't stop watching. Look, come here. The algorithm doesn't care about your subscriber count or your history. It cares about behavioral patterns. The algorithm itself is a preference engine, trying to pair the right content with the right viewer to keep them on YouTube. That's how YouTube makes its money. You're giving the viewer exactly what their brains are already wired to crave. Continuous micro rewards that keep the dopamine flowing. And now that you have the formula, the one that separates the creators who just get views from the creators who have fans and businesses and opportunities, most people are going to do nothing with it. If you're still hanging out with me, thank you. And if you're serious about taking that YouTube channel to the next level, watch this video. Next, if you haven't yet, click that little subscribe button to join the channel family here. And until next time, guys, I appreciate you watching.